all you beautiful book babes. Today we will be starting our shifter month. Today we will be reviewing Mated to My Bully by Jade Rivers. Tyler and the other wolves of his pack have always picked on Rain. They've made her life a living hell with all the pranks they've pulled over the years. But all that changes when Tyler turns 18. He follows the scent of his mate to find Rain. Now he has to convince her to give him a second chance, but she wants nothing to do with this mate bond. Will he convince her to give in when he forces her into seclusion? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello, all you beautiful book babes. I am sorry for the interruption, but thanks to you all, we were able to obtain another sponsor, and this one I'm really excited about. This episode is brought to you by Dr. Ganja. Now, I know CBD and THCA is a controversial topic, but it's something I really believe in, so much so when I was in college, I wrote a whole paper on the topic and how it is so beneficial versus other medications. I even got my professor to convert on their beliefs on the topic. I used this company way before they reached out about being a sponsor. They have so many different products. They have flower, vapes, topical creams, gummies, spa stuff, and so much more. My favorites are their bath bombs, face wash, and their full spectrum sob relief. With having tendinitis in almost all my joints from playing sports growing up, this really helps with the pain in my joint. My husband loves their flower and vape products. He struggles with anxiety, and this really helps him when he's having an attack. We have never gotten a product and not fallen in love with it. If you want to take advantage of this, all you have to do is go to Dr. Ganja, so it's DrGanja.com, and then at checkout use the promo code SMUT, S-M-U-T, for 5% off your order. This is not just a first time order deal. You can use it whenever you order, which is fantastic. My husband already started using the code. Now, please take advantage of this offer. I think a lot of you will benefit from trying it. And you beautiful book babes, enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye! Alright, hello all you beautiful book babes. We are back and it's werewolves. I'm so excited because I got into, I used to read, all kind of monster smut. That's what really started me on smut back in the day when I was in high school. Then I took a break from it because then you introduced me into all of this. You were like, there's more than just that. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
There's some mafia.
Yeah, you were like, here's mafia. And then when we started mafia, I found reverse harem. And then, I just went down this little rabbit hole. But today we're gonna do Mated to My Bully by Jade Rivers. Now, this author is different. And I'll tell you why. First off, I'm not gonna suggest you read it. There's a lot of grammatical errors, and I know how you are.
Yeah.
I can get past the grammatical errors. I can't. But her books are interesting because it's 4 books in one book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I only gave one story to kind of get you interested. Yeah. But this book has Tyler and Rain, that's our first couple. Then you have Jordan and Becca, and then you have Matthias and Heather. So I went into Tyler and Rain's story because, first off, they're my favorite. And, no, I kind of like Jordan and Becca. I don't know. They're all kind of different and all kind of cool. So, the Goodreads rating is a 3.82. I understand that. Like I said, the grammatical errors are a little rough. Yeah. And if you're not like me, it actually helps my ADD. I'm not gonna lie.
I would focus on it so bad.
No, it helps me. Because I'll see it, and then it'll make me reread it, and I'm like, okay, and then I'm back into it. The problem is I get so distracted while I'm reading, and Billy's watching TV, and there's 10 million things going on in my life. The grammatical errors make me stop and focus, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe I need a break.
Yeah. I can get that.
So, we're gonna start off with Tyler and Rain's story, and I am so sorry. Where I stopped is kind of a funky place to stop.
Mm-hmm.
My werewolf books are really long. I normally do novellas, but it's not enough story for a werewolf.
No.
I don't think it, because anytime I've read a novella that's a werewolf, or kind of a novella, I'm like so disappointed in it. I don't know why I want all the details.
Yeah, with werewolves one, you need all the details.
Because there's this whole, like, fucking hierarchy. Which I learned more about gammas, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I read another gamma book. So, we start off with Tyler and Rain's story. Now, so Tyler is the alpha, and he is Rain's bully in high school.
Mm-hmm.
We're at high school age. They're both seniors. So, they are at school, and Tyler and his friends are picking on her, and they always do practical jokes on her and stuff like that. It's not really funny, but they think it is.
Right.
But Rain, and this is why Rain and Tyler's story is my favorite. Rain doesn't even look at them, even though they're calling their names and everything. She just walks straight past.
They don't exist.
They don't exist. I think it's cool as hell. Because I'm sorry, when I was in high school, if I had a bully, no.
Right.
No.
Yeah. I was a little outgoing, so if someone would have said something to me, I would have stopped and said, bitch, what?
See, when I was in high school, people tried to bully me, but then my dad taught me something really fucking crazy. He goes, you look at that kid and you say, you hit me. You do it. I can't start a fight. I literally did it one time. No one no one even talked to me after that. They all thought I was fucking crazy because the girl was like trying to pick on me and make fun of my hair because I had really funky hair in high school, and it was actually middle school, and I told my dad about it, and guess what? Her dad, the girl that was trying to bully me, her dad was my dad's bully.
Oh.
So he knew how to deal with it. That's why he says, you look at that girl and you say, hit me. Go for it.
Oh, geez.
So I told him, I was like, you give me permission. I was like, it might start a fight. He goes, don't throw the first punch. We're all good. And I'm like, okay. So I walked up to the girl. She was picking on me. I said, you know what? Hit me. You get one shot. You better lay my ass out.
I had one chick who was always after me, and she whooped my ass because she was 8 months pregnant, so I wasn't about to hit her. I stood there and let her hit me until the cops.
Yeah,
we was in the middle of the quad, and I stood there and let her hit me. I literally couldn't do nothing. I was not about to push her. I was not about to bring my hands up. I kept my hands down at my side and let her beat the fuck out of me.
Damn.
Because
I was about to say,
I'm
let
not
her?
touching you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a situation where you kind of have to.
Yeah.
You're like, shit,
My
you
dad
can't
was
do
like-
anything.
My dad said, her face ain't pregnant. I said, I ain't going to jail, dude.
Because if she gets hurt and that baby dies, I get
Yeah.
manslaughter.
Yeah, I was like, I was not about to push her off nothing. Like, just let her beat me.
I can't do shit.
All because her baby daddy was at my house. Like, he's friends with my brother, but she thought he was with me. I was like, no.
I don't got time for this bullshit.
No. I was like, he was with my brother, but that's cool. Beat me up.
So, Rain is seen kind of as the runt of the litter, and her family's kind of the outcast of the pack. They're not omegas. They're a part of the pack, but they're very, what's the word I'm looking for? God damn it. Reclusive?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the word I'm looking for? But Rain kind of leans into it. Mm-hmm. She dresses gothic and has different colored hair. Like, in books, you don't hear about werewolves coloring their hair. She does.
Right.
So,
I wonder if her wolf fur gets dyed too.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, dang it.
No. That would be cool as hell. Cool. That would be cool as hell. But you'll figure out why once I explain. So now Tyler's plaything shows up. She says that she's his girlfriend, but he's not really into her. Like,
okay.
they had like drunk nights together.
Gotcha.
They dated at one point, but they're not really. He's like, okay, I'm kind of over it.
Gotcha.
So she is like actually trying to force him like on a date. She's like, "So where are you taking me this weekend?" I hate girls like that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he will ask you to come if he wants you to come.
Or yeah, like he says he's going to hang out with the boys. She's like, "Oh, what time are we going?"
Yeah,
No.
like that's her. So he just tells her there's a party and not much more. He's like, "Well, we're going to a party. I guess I'll see you." Like him and his friends really don't like her because she's kind of set. So Tyler the Alpha, she's like, "I'm gonna be your Luna one day. We should be singing together and da 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 da." And
one of those. Gotcha.
yeah, and even they're like, she is not going to make a good Luna
Right.
or a good leader. Rain and her friend were walking past. Now Brecca, it's not Brecca, it's Becca. God, I keep thinking of Brecca at work
Yeah.
when I see the Becca is so mad about what the guy said to Rain, but Rain just tells them all they have to do is graduate and then they can leave and leave the pack basically. Now, there's only a few days slash weeks left in school, and Tyler and Heather are hanging out at school. Heather is picking on Rain, of course, but Heather comes up with a bad prank. She tells the guys they need to invite Rain and Becca to the party that's going to go on this weekend. And when they get in, she was like, "Oh, we can throw beer on them and make fun of them and stuff like that." Now Tyler's really not into it, and just makes the point of why, like he's like, "This is why this bitch is not going to be my Luna."
Right.
like
But wait, isn't Tyler picking on her too? So
I know.
what? So he's okay with
He's
him.
kind of stopped.
Oh, so he's okay with him picking on her, but not her. What?
He's kind of stopped ever like this. Like he's slowed down a lot. Like
Yeah.
he's not trying to do because he's about to become alpha. He understands that. He even has like thoughts in his head about how his dad would lecture how he acts when he called her a freak. Like
Right.
he's understanding what he's doing is wrong.
Right.
Slowly but surely. Now, but Heather just kind of eggs him on and is like, "Hey, I bet you can't even get her to come to the party."
Mm-hmm.
Now, he says fine because he wants to prove a point, but they are not going to throw shit on them. So he's going to go ask Rain, and Max is going to go ask Becca to come. Now, Tyler asks Rain to come, kind of lays it on pretty thick, and I live for Rain because she is literally just. He goes, "You should come to the party," and she just laughs. She just laughs in his face, and, and then he kind of looks at her, and she just tells him she knows it's a prank, and to not worry about her because she's going to be gone soon anyway. And she goes, "And you want to ask me why I'm going to be gone soon?" And he's like, "Why?" And she says, "Because you'll be the next leader and you're not an alpha I will ever want to follow."
Oh,
so
she does not respect him.
She hits below the belt every single time with him, and I live for it. Like
even, I think I could overlook the grammatical mistakes.
See?
I think I can overlook it.
See?
Because this sounds really fucking good.
See, and all the females are like that, and I freaking live.
Yeah.
So Rain goes home, and her brothers can tell that she's upset about something and ask. And I love her brothers too because the second she comes home, they're like, "Do we need to kill somebody?"
Yay!
And she says no need to be homicidal, just ready for school to be over.
No need to be homicidal, guys.
No, like her parents come in and her mom asks what she's going to do after graduation. Now, Rain says travel for a few weeks, but her dad says no.
Oh.
She could get hurt, and so she will not be doing this. Her mom is excited, like, oh, maybe her mate is reaching out to her and making her want to travel so she can find him.
Go, mama.
Yeah, but her dad, I love her dad later, but right this scene I hate him because he goes, her mate will come find her, and once they're mated, if her mate allows it, then she can travel.
The fuck? I'll be punching daddy in the face.
Now Rain is pissed and goes to her room when Becca shows up drenched in beer knocking on her window. Becca went to the party.
Oh, she fell for it. Aww.
Poor Becca, and Rain consoles her, and Becca was just so excited to be acknowledged, and I freaking adore her because she's like, I felt special for once. I was
Aw.
just like, no, Becca,
Heartbreak.
no.
Heartbreak.
Don't do that. So now we're back at Tyler, and Tyler is pissed at Heather because they still went through with the prank and is thinking about and he's kind of thinking about what Rain told him. He's like, people aren't going to want to follow me. What the fuck do I do? Like,
you're right.
So, because he even says, he's like, here I am doing stupid pranks. How are people going to take me seriously once I'm out?
They're not.
They're
No
not.
one's going to respect you, dude.
Nope. So now it's a couple days later, and it's Tyler's 18th birthday party. So there are a ton of girls there because obviously you turn 18.
Gotta find your mate.
Yeah, and of course it's the alpha, so everyone's like, me?
Me!
So they literally count down till midnight when it's officially his birthday. The party's the day before. And when it turns to midnight, Heather looks at him and goes, mate? And he's like, nah. He tells her, and then like more girls come up going, me? And he's like, no one here is my mate. Everybody go away.
Yeah, go. Sure.
Just go away. So it's Monday at school, and joke on him. He smells his mate, and he follows the scent right to Rain. Now, Heather followed him and even thinks it's a joke, but he explains it's not a joke. Again, I love Rain. Rain says the joke's on him because she will never be his mate and just walks away.
Yeah, I like her. I like her a lot.
They were talking about jokes and she goes, joke on you? Bye.
Bye.
So, oh my god. So he follows her home and does try to sneak into her window since he knows she will not be willing to talk to him.
Right after everything you've done to her, no.
So, but her window's locked, so he kind of has to give up and go to the door. So he goes to the door, knocks on the door. She does open it, and freaking Tyler goes begging, like, reasons. He is begging to get a chance, even a chance. So, reason being, in this world, if a mate of any species does not claim his mate, the male goes insane.
Oh.
So he's like, oh my god, I'm going to go insane. I have to claim you. But I live for Rain because she tells him she will be fine because the women don't go crazy. She's like, I'll be fine. This sounds like a self-made problem here.
This sounds like your issue, buddy. I love her.
And then she even goes, you don't have much going on upstairs, so going insane is not that far off.
Yeah, I'm reading this.
Like, the grammatical errors, I get it, but I'm just like...
I can overlook them.
Yeah, these little quips that Rain has. So she goes to go back inside, and he does stop, saying he at least needs to get... Like, they kind of go back and forth. He does kind of become a little more aggressive, and she's like, don't hurt me. And he's like, I'll never hurt you. Why would you think that? She's like, dude.
You're being aggressive.
Well, no, not even that. Look at her past.
Oh, true.
Because there's been some pranks that have, like, really hurt her.
True. And
going on the pranks, he's like, oh, I at least need to leave with your phone number. I'll leave you alone tonight, but I need your phone number.
I'll immediately block it, bitch.
Oh, no. She tells him fat chance. Because the last time he got a hold of her number did not end well for her. So he got her number, wrote it on bathroom stalls over, like, human territory, their territory, for an escort service.
Oh, gotcha.
So she's like, I had to change my number. No, you're not fucking getting my number.
Nope.
So Tyler is done with this crap, though, and uses his alpha command to get her number. He's like, give me your phone. And she's like, damn it. Fucking here. And once satisfied, he says he'll leave, but it's not over. So Tyler goes home to his parents to explain the situation.
Wow, that's going to be a fun explanation, if he tells the truth.
He did. He said, oh, I found my mate. And the mom was like, great, why isn't she here? And he goes, I bullied her for the last 13 years.
Huh.
And his dad is pissed.
Oh, fun.
Like, but his mom just kind of goes, give her time and just show her that you're worthy of a second chance. So Rain turned off her phone the second Tyler got her number. But she goes to leave for school and is shocked because he is sitting there parked outside her house.
I keep walking.
Oh, yeah. And he even is like, why didn't you answer my text? And she just kind of ignores him. He goes, I'm driving you to school. And she tells him no, she'll walk because she's not getting in a car with him. And he's like, come on, I just need to take you to school. I'll walk with you. And she goes, well, I can't really stop you.
I can't stop you from walking.
Can't really stop you from walking. So they go to school, and Becca's waiting in her locker and looking at her kind of confused, like, where the fuck is this dude with you?
Right? Like, where's this asshole following you?
Rain tells Tyler she is safe at school, so he can leave, but he's like, I want to make sure that, I get to your first class, okay? Rain ain't having it, though, and makes him leave. Becca asks, she's like, what is going on? And she explains what happens, and of course, Becca's like, it's a prank, but sadly, Rain tells her no. When he grabbed her yesterday, when he found her as a mate, she felt like, the tingles.
The tingles.
Yeah. So Tyler goes to his friends and they ask why they're hanging out with the freak, and Tyler is pissed about them insulting his mate and tells them Rain is his mate and their future Luna. End of story. No. They shut up real quick. Yeah. They're like, fuck the pranks, and he's like, yep, I would apologize to every woman you have wronged.
Start being nice.
Yeah, because they could be your mate, and now I'm in a shit ton of trouble because of mine. So him and his friends find Rain and Becca at lunch, and Rain puts his friend Max in his place because he's the guy that asked Becca to the party. Rain was like, I'll tolerate Tyler, but Max ain't coming here. And Tyler's like, oh, fuck, shit, I fucked this up. Why did I let Max come? Son of a bitch. So Rain's like, no, I'm not putting up with Max. Max apologizes to Rain, and Rain is like, no, I'm not the one you pranked.
Right?
Apologize to her right now, and we might consider you to sit with us at lunch. So he does, he apologizes, and Becca is like, okay, they can sit with us. Now, this scene is so funny. So Rain is a vegetarian, and that's not common for shifters. We find out why later. Tyler freaks that she is not eating meat, kind of like I need to feed my mate kind of thing. And he says she's fine, and I had to put this quote in here, and he's like, no, that's not fine. You're gonna need to eat meat so our babies can grow strong.
And she's like, dude, I don't want you. What babies?
She even is like, I have no comment for that. I don't even know what to say.
There ain't gonna be no babies, but
So Rain decides to leave early because she is just so exhausted because now everyone wants to be her friend. She's not a joke anymore, and she's just like, I'm so exhausted. So Tyler does follow her from a distance till she knows she's safe in her home. Now he goes home, and his parents are asking how it's going, and he kind of goes, well, I had lunch with her, and his mom's like, that's great.
Great.
I mean, at least you got somewhere.
Yeah.
But his parents come up with a plan though, because they start thinking about when they were mated, they weren't the best of friends, and they're like, he's like, what's that look for? And they're like, we're thinking about when we first mated. And his mom goes, I think I need to meet her mom. And I'm like, oh shit.
God.
So they basically invite themselves to Rain's house for dinner.
Oh. I mean, you can't turn the alpha down.
Exactly, and that's kind of their tricking.
You can't turn the alpha down.
So it's Rain's. So the dinner's real awkward because it's Rain's parents, her brothers. She has 3 brothers. Tyler's parents, and then Rain and Tyler, and they're all there to discuss about them being mated.
I'm gonna let your son go crazy.
No.
Aww.
You find out why, though. There's a reason for it. There is a justified reason why her dad's like, okay, I guess you gotta be a mate. So this is where we find out Rain is not all wolf. So I love how I put her daddy explains. She is Chimera?
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 Let me see the word.
C-H-I...
Yeah.
Oh, it's Chimera? Okay. I've never read a book about them. I don't even know what they were till this book. So she's Chimera, Shifter, Fae, and Pixie.
The fuck? How the... What?
So her dad is full of Chimera, and the other stuff is all from her mom.
Oh.
So her dad explains his powers and what's going to happen when they mate because basically if Tyler and Rain are mates, apparently I can't say it. Chimeras can't mate without another chimera. So Tyler is chimera somewhere.
Oh.
So he's like, this is what's going to happen. And I love when he explains his powers because Tyler has some thoughts in his head and her dad kind of growls at him and he goes, oh my God, I think he's like, did he just like hear my thoughts? And her dad goes, I can read them too, motherfucker. He literally says that. He's like, I can read your thoughts, asshole.
Oh God.
Oh my God. So basically, you know what that is though, right? A kinema.
Chimera? I think it's
chimera.
like a shapeshifter type. Like
they're kind of
blend in.
They're kind of shifters, but they control energy.
Oh.
So like males and females are different too, what energy they can kind of pull.
Yeah.
So he can read thoughts and he can manipulate energy like it was a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like, I don't know, like some anime shit.
Right? Throw some wind?
Yeah, it's like a little ball of light that they throw and they can make weapons out of it. So basically he tells Tyler, he's like, look, when you mate with my daughter, your kinema blood will kick in after you mate. If he doesn't, and Rain's like, we could just not mate, and he goes, his kinema blood's gonna kick in no matter what, but I would rather him sane and be an all-powerful being than an insane all-powerful being. So that's why her dad... So Rain tries to tell them she doesn't want him as a mate and would rather die, but the dad jumps in and basically the dads talk and go, like, they're like, they need to be in seclusion.
Oh, shit.
So,
forced proximity.
Yep. So basically they have to go to a cabin out. Apparently this is traditional with mates. You have to go out in the woods for a while till you guys mate or till you want to come out.
That's in my book too.
So they basically have to be out in the woods by themselves, have no contact, so kind of forced proximity, so they will have to mate. So Tyler is driving them up and notices her hair is brown and not the bright colors like normal and asks why she colored it back. She tells him she didn't. She shakes her head and her hair changes color. So that's female.
That's awesome.
Kinemas, whatever the name is, can change the color of their hair and their eyes.
That's awesome.
And it's kind of funny because when her brothers see her hair brown for long periods of time, it was funny because they were like, oh, why is your hair not vibrant? Are you in a mood? And she goes, my hair's not a fucking mood ring.
Yes, it is.
It's just so funny. So she explains kind of the powers of a female of her species. He asks why she hides it because it's cool as fuck. He's even like, that's cool as fuck. Like, why would you hide that?
You were picking on me for it.
I know, right?
Fuck you.
Yeah. And she explains to protect herself, just like how shifters hide from humans. It's just the same thing. So he, of course, he goes all dominant and is like, I'm gonna protect you. And they get to the cabin and Rain notices there's no rooms. There's just a bed in the living room.
Oh.
And freaks out. And he tells her, what's the point of seclusion if she can hide?
True.
And literally tells her, the only time you're getting privacy is when you go to pee. But he doesn't even give her that. I think, like, the next day she goes to pee, and he's like, you better leave that door open.
Oh, hell no.
So Tyler takes both their phones, locks them in a safe in his car, so Rain can't ignore him either.
Oh, jeez.
And this is kind of where I stopped. There's so much. This book is so, like I said, the werewolf books, I drop off at weird points because I'm trying to keep it in a short time frame.
Right.
But it's really hard when, all my werewolf books are like 700 pages long.
So, what's the name of this again?
It's Mated to My Bully.
Mated to My Bully.
Jade.
Jade. Oops.
Jade, Rivers. The fucking quips, man.
You bitch.
What?
Oh, wait, okay. It showed me the Prime one, not the Kindle.
Yeah, it's on Kindle.
Got me another book to read.
But yeah, but it's so interesting, like I said, because I I was really confused when the percentage was not really moving that long, and I'm like, how long is this book? It feels like it should almost be over now that they're forced proximity and everything. And I went to look, and all of a sudden I saw other people's point of views, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, we get the fucking Heather's point of view that picks on her? What is... I'm so confused. Then I found out she puts like 3 or 4... She doesn't do series. She puts like 3 or 4 books in a book.
But like, alright, so is the first couple's story over?
No, she flips back and forth too.
Oh, shit.
So it's kind of cool.
Oh, shit. Okay, so you have to read those motherfucker stories.
Yeah, sadly you do. I mean, you can stop when you get to the next point of view, because it's basically done. And she writes BDSM kind of sex. Like, I'm here for it. Like, at one point, when his blood gets activated, his protective instincts get kicked in, and there's some points where he's like, I'm going to tie you to the bed so you can't go anywhere and you're safe. While I'm in my meetings. Thank you! Or, like, when she doesn't eat, he's like... I love this part. He was like... He thought about tying her to the chair and force feeding her, and he's like, I'm saving that mental image for later.
Force feeding her is tough. That lady's me force feeding her.
But yeah, it's just... The book is so funny. So, Spice, when we get to Spice, I have it at a 5.
Oh, shit.
When we get to it, ain't no joke.
Oh, shit.
BDSM all the way, punishment. Literally, their first day there, she gets their first full day there, she gets a spanking first thing in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, like,
why?
Hey, thank you.
What did I do? He should be getting the spankings. Fuck him.
So what happened was, they were in bed and they accidentally cuddled, and she tries to leave, and he kind of feels his heart on and kind of gets a little arousal, and he smells it, and she tries to lie saying she wasn't.
Gotcha.
So
Does he grovel?
He does.
Okay.
He grovels the fucking shit out of that.
If he doesn't grovel, if he's just like, you're my mate now, like, everything should be forgiven, I would have been pissed.
No. He goes into detail every time she makes a small comment about their past. He's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to do. I'm trying here. He goes, I'm going to prove it to you. I know. We're going to be together for the rest of our lives. Like, it's really sad. So, humor, I'd give it a 5. Those little quips, man.
Yeah, I like her.
Rain is so good. Like, he won't, like, one point, a car comes up. Like, she goes, oh, I need a card. I need to learn how to drive. And he goes, no, you don't. She's, like, dumbfounded, like, what do you mean? I need to drive.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'll drive you. And then, if you need to go somewhere, call me and I'll come get you. And she's like, what the fuck sense?
Yeah. You're being a little crazy, dude.
But apparently that's the chinema.
Gotcha.
That's, the male gets so protective of, like, his family and his mate and everything like that it kicks into overdrive.
That's why the dad was being an asshole.
That's why the dad's an asshole. That's why the brothers are kind of assholes.
Gotcha.
And there's so many different climaxes.
Oh.
In each story.
Oh.
Like, she gets kidnapped at one point, and then there's a trial, and then there's this whole thing about another thing, and I'm just like, there's so much. It's like my BBC. I was like, oh my god. It just kept going. Don't read the last couple's story.
Why?
Cliffhanger.
What? How are you gonna have 4 books in one and then end it on a... What? This makes no sense to me.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I don't think you'll like this book, but you'll be so frustrated you do.
That makes no sense to me. No.
It was just such a bizarre book. I had to do it.
Yeah.
I had to do it. So emotional, I gave it a 3. Maybe a 4.
Yeah.
Maybe a 4. World building is a 5. Like I said, she brought all the details. It's really everything you need. Smut to plot, I give it a 5. It's like you get like 10% of the plot of each story, and then it's just smut.
Gotcha.
It's smut through and through.
Like, once they get to the cabin, it's smut.
Yeah. Overall, I gave it a 4, just because those grammatical errors. I know that can pull people out of it. It's just, it doesn't bother me, but I know it bothers some people.
Yeah, for me, it takes me out of the story, and I focus on that grammatical error for a long time, and then it takes me a minute to get back into it, because I keep going back to that error, and I'm like, motherfucker, did you mean this?
Like,
I just want to fix it.
The one that really pulled me out was at one point she kept saying, I said, so it's dual point of view, and I think it was in like Tyler or Rain's point of view, and then Rain said something and it said I said something, and then it said I said something again, and I was like, wait, who's fucking talking?
Okay, yeah, that would kind of throw me out.
That threw me out. All the other ones, they're little tiny things, but that one I was like,
that would throw me out. Like, who's talking? Who the fuck said what?
I eventually figured it out after reading it 5 times. I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. But I was like, I think she got confused whose point of view she was in. But yeah, that's today's episode. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and make sure that you follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I post every day, Monday through Friday. Every once in a while I'll post on the weekends, but for the most part I'm way too busy.
Yeah.
I have too much in my life. I got canning to do, I got chickens, I got my dogs, like, it's just this weekend I'm actually doing a lazy weekend, and it's really weird because Billy's like, I need to do something. And I'm like, no, sit down. Yeah. I haven't had a lazy weekend in forever. Fucking
shut up, plug in your ears.
But that's today's episode. You beautiful book babes, have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.